my zillions. Today I have a review of the Mcfarlane toys. One Punch Man Saitama. And I've been really looking forward to this release. I do love me some One Punch Man. I've got the Figma, which I don't recall if I've ever reviewed it here or not. I'm wondering if it predated the channel a bit. But just a bit. I probably reviewed it on the Repack podcast at least. As well as the recent Dasen model version of Saitama, which I should probably review. But just haven't had a chance to. One of those things. Now, this dude was announced a while back and shown as a completely different model. Then they did their Fortnite toys starting last year, and everybody went nuts over the more articulated Mcfarlane toys. With good reason, because they've always had good sculpts, of course. Paint's always been, you know, it's hit and miss. But the articulation was the point where everybody was always kind of like questioning them. So Fortnite toys, they changed all that, lots of articulation there. And they went back to the drawing board on this guy. And at this toy fair, they debuted an all-new sculpt for him with all-new articulation, which is amazing. So really cool that they went back to do that. But enough of that. Let's get this guy off of there and have a closer look. I really want to start out with that articulation because it's pretty cool. Head is on a ball joint, which works very well. So you can move it around. It's a double ball joint. Little fuzz there. There is a neck joint, which is awesome. Then you have a midsection ball joint, which is good. You have a waist joint. It's pretty tight, but it's there. Hinge, swivel at the shoulder, and a little bit of a butterfly joint. It is a little tight, but it is there. So you can get a little bit more motion there. Swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow. And then you got a hinge and swivel at the hands. Obviously, you do get extra hands with this. For his legs, you have the DC-UC style hips, but a little different. Look how that looks in there. That's pretty interesting. Can do about that much of a split, not much of a kick, and not much back. It's a good thing he's not called One Kick Man. Nothing at the thigh though, which actually surprises me, considering you got double jointed knees, which work very nice, and a nice hinge swivel deal, which can rock at the foot. And you got toe articulation, so it really surprises me that there's no thigh cut. You know, like, I feel like that's like a weird wasted opportunity to just go all the way and give you like, you know, a ton of articulation. And there is a ton. Just, I feel like one step away from really boom? Yeah, a real boom of an articulation. But it's pretty good. It comes with this One Punch Man stand. The Mcfarlane toys usually come with stands, and you could, you know, put his foot in there. Ooh, a little tight on that one. It'll help him stand for sure. So, there you go. That's not bad. He comes with two fist hands, which you're gonna need. So you already saw the hand coming out. Sculpt on these guys, they're fine. It's just a fist, and they're falling out of my hands. They're kind of tiny. So there you go. Sculpt is fine. Let's do this one since that one kept popping out. That's what the peg looks like. Pop that in, and now you're ready. I wish they covered up that bald joint there. Now he's got a punch ready for his one punch in. Before we get to the other accessory, which is alternate head, let's look at this one. So this way I could just move forward. This is like the classic, you know, funny Saitama face. They did it a little interesting with the eyes looking up and away, which is cool, you know, like you could put somebody behind him and make for a funny scene. I've already done that on my Instagram. Feel free to give it a check. Eyes look good, you know, they're painted fine. The little eyebrows are fine. There's a little line of paint for the mouth, which is good. The sculpt on the nose is fine. It looks like it's good. It looks like him. So the weird thing is there's like some weird like sculpt marks in the head. You see that on the side right here, and then like a big one across, you know, the middle of his head, almost like a seam mark, but there's no real seam. So some weird markings on his head. I wish they weren't there. I did not see them when I bought it, so yeah. I mean, I got it on Amazon, so I couldn't have seen it. I did see this at GameStop though. Yes, last night. So no, 2 nights ago, because yeah, this will be up tomorrow. It's up right now, hey! But the head looks pretty good overall as far as what it's supposed to be. Just some weird marks on there. And the final accessory is the more serious Saitama head, which looks pretty good. It's still got those weird marks on there as well. Maybe it is like made in 2 parts and then glued together or something and painted over it. Because it's got the same markings. I don't know if you can see it well. There you go. Blocking some of the light out. See? See that? That's weird. Find that strange. But it looks good. You know, the sculpt is nice. The ears are nice. The ears are nice. The eyes are painted great. This is a really nice sculpt, I think. The mouth is done very well. The nose is as well. It looks good. It's a really good looking sculpt for sure. So let's do a head swap here. Got the giant peg here with the ball. So it's like a double ball joint in there. Like I said. Ooh, it's an eye on the peg right now. Let's see. Oh, get it in there. Don't break it. Don't break the peg. So that's how it looks with it on, kind of, sort of. I need to pop this in better, I think. Yeah, there you go. And now he's like gonna be coming at you. Need a little bit of a thigh swivel, guys. Needed it. But here he comes. One punch! And taking a look at the rest of Saitama. Body looks pretty good. It's got some weird, like, the way they sculpted and cut this plastic on the upper half of the chest is really kind of sloppy. Do you see that? It is not clean. I don't know why. But it's okay. The overall suit's got some nice folds and wrinkles in it throughout. That's pretty cool. No paint on that except for the yellow. But the sculpting works, so I dig it. The belt buckle looks pretty decent. Nice copper deal there. The belt is in black. The zipper here is done well. Nice silver. The white around it is pretty good. His cape is the little, like, dark gray buttons. And nice wrinklage going to the back. And it looks good. It's a pretty soft plastic, actually. Yeah, not bad. It works. Very soft, actually. So that's not so bad. His gloves look decent enough. It's just done in red. Same with the boots. You know, it's got black on the bottom. So, I mean, he's not complicated, guys. He's like a super simple design. But I think Mcfarlane does it very well overall, so that's good. Actually, I'd say the only thing is, I feel like his neck might be a little bit long. I didn't even talk about the neck. It's feels a little odd. You know, oddly proportioned. You know what I'm saying? It looks a little bit odd to me, but yeah, it's okay. I guess it's okay. What do you guys think? I think it's okay. For your size comparisons, here he is with the Sentinel 1000 Toys Iron Giant. And as you can see already, this is a big boy. So if you're thinking, you know, oh, I'm going to scale this with my Marvel Legends and stuff, not going to happen. And I'll show you that in a second, because this guy he's a Mcfarlane toy, and they usually do bigger, like 7-inch plus toys. So that's what you're getting here. Before we get there, here's something he does scale with. Hellboy, also from 1000 Toys. Looks pretty good together, I think. Here's a Marvel Legends now with Mary Jane, so you can see much, much bigger. And Spidey, so put it to rest. Here's a little bit of a bigger Hasbro, the Lord Zed, but still too small. Here he is with the SH Monster Arts Godzilla, the X Plus Hedorah. Here he is with Mcfarlane's own Borderlands Krieg, which also just came out. And they look pretty cool together. I do like that this guy is bigger, so it scales very well. Get into a couple of other Saitamas to end this. Here is the Dasen model version, which is pretty cool actually. You can see how these guys scale together. And finally the Figma, which is really small. It's okay. It is the most expensive of the three, and it's okay. I do dig, and let's bring in Dasen here as well. Might as well. Alright. I do dig the really like more bright yellow on the Mcfarlane. It definitely distinguishes itself more from these guys, which is good, you know, like it should be more bright and vibrant for this market. I don't know, I just like it more. These are cool, probably more accurate, but I like that better as far as the overall look. It just feels good. And my final thoughts, I like it. It's good. It's a perfectly fine Saitama, and you can find it in GameStop. So that's pretty cool, on Amazon or BBTS or wherever you buy your Mcfarlane toys. It looks good overall. I wish there was die cuts. I mean, yeah, there's so much good articulation here. Those die cuts really bother me. More than I would expect. Just because you need a little rotation there for like really good posing. But otherwise, he's pretty cool. If you need yourself a good 7-inch Saitama, this is the one for you, because I don't think there's anything else. But it is a really cool piece. I definitely dig it. You get a couple of good heads. They're pretty cool. Some oddities with the sculpt work on top of them, but it's not so bad. So extra pair of hands, a little stand. Yeah, overall, definitely recommend it. It's a cool one. If you're into the show like I am, then this is one to get. So there you have it, guys. Hope you dug my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. If you like what I do, please consider buying me a coffee on Ko-fi. All those links are down below. Till next time, peace out, peeps.